ICT is information communication technology. It has an important role in modifying, inventing, and modernizing the present day's learning and educational systems. ICT focuses on communication that is accessible to people, even when their distance is thousands of kilometers away from each other. It includes wireless network, internet, and communication mediums such as televisions, laptops, and other technology. The growing impact of ICT on globalization has led to a rapid application of recent scientific advances in new products and processes. Today, there has been a growing realization that science, technology, and innovation have served as the key to improving our nation's economic performance and also the citizens' social well-being. Individuals can improve their task performance by using information and communication technology. However, individuals who use ICT may also suffer from negative outcomes, such as burnout and anxiety, which lead to poorer performance and well-being. While researchers have studied that the positive outcomes of ICT use in aggregate, the same has not been done for negative outcomes.
Homes and offices advantages and disadvantages. Advantages 1. Improves communication. Efficient communication is key to the success of a company, and it helps to streamline communication. In a rapidly connected and vast business landscape, hiring, leveraging, and retaining employees requires continuous communication and collaborative efforts. A crucial benefit of IT is in its ability to streamline communication both externally and internally. 2. Cuts cost. The ability to keep money in your possession or in your bank account keeps people's safety at bay. Some people are scared off by the notion of IT because of the upfront cost that sometimes feel overwhelming. But the truth is that an updated system pays for itself within a matter of weeks, and improved communications alone lead to more productivity and in result increased earnings. 3. Encourages strategic thinking. This leads to a more critical thinking. Employees are less concerned with how to get into contact with coworkers when they know that they can relay information through the cloud. Thus, with the stress of figuring out how to communicate lifted, workers can take in the information shared and create better strategies for improvement. One of the advantages of data communication is, therefore, more time, which leads to more effective planning. Cuts through cultural barriers. Diversity is something that corporations continue to strive for despite laws in the United States that prohibited discrimination based on race, gender, sexual orientation, age, and other factors that make a person uniquely different. Disadvantages 1. Reduction in available job opportunities for humans. While this decrease in the demand for human labor may be good news to business employers, it is however not advantageous to human workers. When technology is employed instead of humans, business ventures see no essence of hiring them. Consequently, the rate of unemployment increases and the society has more people who are struggling to feed their household and pay their bills. 2. Advancement in technology has made employees antisocial. Technology has introduced channels for individuals to communicate with each other without necessarily having to be within the same region. Employees who have adopted the use of technological devices for the vast majority of their communications experience a deterioration in their social skills.
Information and communication technology. Security measures are necessary to protect confidential information from unauthorized use. Modification, loss or release, monitoring and controlling access to confidential information. Safe transmission of data, secure storage and disposal of data. Advantages of ICT in security. Protection from malicious attacks on your network. Reduce security problems such as encryption. Enables physical security. Protect legislation or commercial secrecy. Deletion and or guaranteeing malicious elements within a pre-existing network. Prevent users from unauthorized access to the network. Denies program from certain resources that could be infected. Securing confidential information. Disadvantages of ICT insecurity. Strict regulations. Difficult to work with for non-technical users. Restrictive to resources. Constantly needs patching. Constantly being attacked.
Positive and negative effects of ICT in transportation. Over the last years, high expectations have been expressed regarding the potential benefits that the widespread use of information and communication technologies could have for reducing the growth in demand for transport and mobility services. Let's talk about the advantages of ICT in transportation. First is improves the understanding of impact chains and loops affecting the demand for transport, which in return are driven by new opportunities of ICT application in conjunction with emerging trends and trend breaks in the social and organizational practices. Second is assess the impacts with suitable indicators and investigate possible substitution. It assesses the rebound effects, modification of travel behavior, or the case of stimulation of additional transport demand. And lastly, analyze and suggest options for robust and adaptive policies. This would allow the influence of future mobility paths to develop in a sustainable direction and prevent major negative side effects. On the other hand, let's talk about the disadvantages of ICT in transportation. First is reduce individual shopping trips. Teleshopping in certain market segments of e-commerce such as books, software, music, food and groceries, travel, and electronics may lead to a significant increase in trips for delivery of tangible goods and raise new requirements for freight transport, especially in urban areas. Second is distance working, which is expected to be adopted more widely in the future, leading to changes in mobility patterns, choices of residents, and possibly the generation of additional leisure traffic. And lastly, self-employment, which is facilitated by e-society concepts and triggers similar changes in mobility patterns as telecommunicating. In order to structure the work on these frequently overlapping key application areas, the work was organized into three socio-economic spheres: producing, living, and working.
Created using Powtoon.